Now, what do you think of when you hear black history? Slavery? Jim Crow? Segregation? Now, what if I told you that there's more to our history than the textbook would have you believe? That our captivity is just a hint that leads to our true past, to our true heritage. In these last days, the prophets of IUIC will be making home visits to teach our true history, the history we didn't learn in school. Reach out to learn the richness of where we come from. Shalom.
I believe God created everybody equal or not? Okay, so what do you think? What do you say? What do you say? Well, who think that they did? Anybody think that they did? Who say they didn't? Who said he didn't?
I thought they did, yes.
We learned that they
if you're a Baptist and that's what you...
everybody equal.
No, I'm saying raise your hand if you think God created everybody equal. Just raise your hand. If he created everybody equal. I'm not talking about men and women, I'm talking about nations. If all the nations are equal.
That's what we were learning.
No,
Taught,
so,
right?
okay.
Yeah, from the Baptist
Yeah.
Bible. Yeah, that's what I thought.
You say yes or no? Is everybody
I say yes, but being here for about an hour, I don't think so.
Okay, so all right, so now let's get verse 1, because verse 1 will tell us.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So this is the first part of the contract. If they listen to God, what was going to happen?
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high, above all nations of the earth.
So we made to be above everybody. That's why we are stronger, faster, smarter than everybody else. We made to be above everybody. But because we ain't obey God, when you go back to verse 15, go back to verse 15. And
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Okay, so now if we didn't listen, we be cursed. So let's read some of the curses. Read verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So now when we think about Chicago, Detroit, Los Angeles, let's say any big city, who's cursed in the city?
The black people.
Like, is it the white Jewish man? Do y'all see him struggling, washing windows with the windshield wipe, washer and all that? Do y'all see him doing that and selling crack to each other? Y'all see that? Or is that us? And look at some of the images we got here. Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
All these, we don't find that with them. You know what I mean? This happens to us. Every time we try to build, what do? They destroy it. So it say, curse you be in the city. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So let's get the field. So who was cursed in the field? Look at this right here. What is this boy, like 3 years old? That's what was happening. Can I find a little Jewish kid with a little circle on his head doing that? Yeah, you never see that. You understand that? So how are we cursed in the field today? Today is the job. You know what I'm saying? You the last hired, first fired.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You're the lowest paid. You got the worst positions. That's the field today. This is the field back then. Keep reading.
Verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
So the basket is going into what? Your savings account, your bank account. The store is going into what? Your business. So where all the black businesses at? We ain't got no black businesses like that. So when we think about Macy's, Target, and Walmart, are them black owned?
No.
So even look at like Kanye, when he owned the what is it, Yeezys or whatever? What happened when he decided, when he didn't do what the white man wanted him to do no more? They shut him down. They even broke the contract. They broke the contract. Even though he had a contract, he's like, we don't care about your contract. You ain't supposed to be telling these people that they God's chosen people. Now, we don't agree with a lot of what he got to say, but the one thing we do agree with is that we the Israelites. That's one of the things he put out there. That's the main thing that they upset about, to be honest with you. Yeah, what you got?
Hey, did you have any videos for the cursed in the field? I mean, cursed in the city and cursed in the field?
Yeah.
Or is it already in order?
You might. There's some videos too on it was some on that thing. Oh yeah.
Sun gon' set here. Sun down the mountain. Sun gon' set here. Sun down the mountain. Sun gon' set here. Sun down the mountain. Teach me, Lord, teach me of this world. Give him what?
I don't hate.
Okay, so get the one with the Mariah Carey one. Get that one ready. We're gonna read verse 30 real quick. I'm just show you some of the curses. So that's one of the curses, cursed in the field that we saw there. We're gonna read verse 30. We're gonna get another curse.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 30.
Now, if we read from 15 all the way to 68, every last one of these curses only fit one group of people. But we just going, for the sake of time, we're going to jump through. But you can always go back and read Deuteronomy 28 on your own. We actually got a series put up for where we do a breakdown of every last chapter in Deuteronomy 28, and we show you examples of it. But let's go to verse 30.
Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Keep reading. So you'll marry a wife, but another man going to lie with your wife. That was common in slavery. Keep reading.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
So we build what? All the slave masters' houses. We built all them houses. We built all them houses. Did we live in a house? Unless you was like a super good coon, they might let you sleep in the basement or something like that. Other than that, that way when they needed some service, they could just ring a bell or something and you could get there quick. But other than that, you slept in a shack or whatever outside. Keep reading.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
So we planted like cotton and stuff like that, but did we get the benefits? Nope. Nah, we didn't get the benefits. We got all the money. They got the money. So you got the video clip?
Come on.
Where you taking me?
Get back to work. Cease. Come back to work.
That's your liberal white woman right there. That's the one that just hold our sister's hand and take them right to Planned Parenthood. Same thing. That's it. They always act like they didn't kill his father. Now we're gonna help you out by putting you in the house.
Right.
You lost your father. See, that's the stuff right there, man. But that's in the scriptures where we just read that. Read it again so they can see it.
Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with
That's
her.
what we just saw.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
So we planted, all the vegetables and different things like crops and everything. We didn't get the benefits of that. So now we're going to jump to, let's read 31, because this right here pertains a lot to the Northern American Indians. Y'all ever seen the picture? You got the picture of the buffalo?
Oh, the
31.
The bones.
Yeah. Let's get that. It should be in there. It should be on the slide. We're going to read 31.
Verse 31. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof.
They're going to slay your animals. You're not going to eat the animals that's slain. So now, this happened to us too, but it really happened to the Northern American Indian, what they call the Northern American Indian or the tribe of Gad in the scriptures. You got the picture? You see that? Remember how they killed all the buffalo to starve them out? That's this curse right here. So read that.
Verse 31. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies.
So they took all their herds and their animals, read.
And thou shalt have none to rescue them.
So they traveled in the teepees. They had to leave everything behind. You know what I mean? Because they were being hunted down. Once, for a while, actually Native American Indians, they was kicking their ass. I'm going to tell you. It wasn't until they came out with a Gatling gun when they was able to really get the upper hand, like on the Native Americans. Like when they invented that gun, because when you read the blessings of Esau, the white man, one of his blessings is the art of war. So that's how they're able to develop these weapons and stuff like that. That's actually their blessing. To be able to, we can read the blessing. Let's get the blessing real quick and then we're going to come back. They might think I'm making that up. That's what I'm saying. So when y'all reading the Bible, when y'all reading about Esau, you be like, oh, okay, that's why they can do the stuff they do. That's why they avid hunters and stuff like that. Like all of that stuff is in the Bible. So the North American Indians, they were fierce hunters. And they were very hard to conquer. So Esau, we're going to get the blessing of Esau real quick and then we're going to keep moving. Just so y'all can see, like, a lot of the attributes y'all see among white people, that's in the Bible. So you wonder, like, why they do the stuff they do. It's in their nature. Like, God gave them a certain nature how they respond. That's why a lot of y'all, in particular that don't know, y'all have put trust in them and stuff like that. So it's like, I compare them to like a lion, or like a tiger. So like you could think you got a tiger tamed, but then one day it's gonna wake back up to its nature and it's gonna tear your head off. So a lot of y'all deal with these people because they act a certain way, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, they are enemies. They not to be trusted. Like, that's what the Bible say. Like, you never can trust them. Get the scripture on that, 28 and Genesis 28 and 38.
The book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 38.
Yeah, 27, 30, I'm sorry.
And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father?
Because Jacob has stole Esau's blessing. That's another reason why they so angry at us, because we got the birthright. So if y'all know the story about Jacob and Esau, keep reading.
Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Keep reading.
And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
So it's letting you know that the Edomites, or the so-called white man, is going to live in the best places on the earth. That's going to be how they live. They're going to live, and it's going to tell you how they're going to get these places. Keep reading.
And of the dew of heaven from above.
Meaning that you're going to be everywhere on the earth, and the best places. Keep reading.
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
So meaning you're going to do what? All of these places that you get, how you going to get them? You're going to conquer them by warfare. So if you look at the United States, you look at Australia, any place where they at right now, they got it from violence and warfare. You understand that? That's their blessing. So they got the gift of being able to create weapons and all of that stuff. That's the gift that God gave them. So that's why they got the nuclear weapons. They got this, they got that. That's the blessing that they got back here all the way in Genesis. Keep reading.
And shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Meaning that they're going to break free, because when we ruled under King David and King Solomon, they finally broke free of us, and because we had them as captives then. They were our slaves, basically, in that time period. But watch this, read verse 41.
Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob.
You see that? So the hatred is never going to go away. So a lot of our people think, well, you know, he said I can vote. If I vote, they're going to do this and do that. And we look at what happened with Biden when he got him. What did he do for us? So what did he have? He had the presidency, he had the House, he had the Senate. So when Obama was in there, what did he do for us? He didn't do nothing. So because the people that put him in there, he was controlled. Yeah, he got funded by J.P. Morgan and all of the big money. So he had to serve them. He couldn't serve us. He didn't, like, you got to think about it. His first term, he had the House, the Senate by a big margin. He could have passed whatever he wanted for us. The Democrats, if they for us, they could have passed anything they want for us. But they not there to help us. That's not their purpose. It's not the white, God didn't put the white man here to help us. That's not his job. You're never going to be able to vote in his system or whatever. He's going to help us. That's not his job. His job is to oppress us. That's his job. That's what he's sent here to do. That's what a lot of people can't get through their heads. They think that, oh, if I be nice enough, or if I do this or I do that, that's not his job. His whole purpose is to oppress and destroy us. That's his whole purpose. That's why God put him here. Get the precept. I think it's Psalms 17 and 13. Yeah. So when we read Malachi 1 and let's get Malachi 1 and 4. I'm just to show you real quick, and then we're gonna keep going. Malachi, go back to Malachi 1 and 4. What they call them?
The book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
So they are the border of wickedness. You understand that? So now, go to Job 9:24, and then we're going to go to this scripture right here. So I'm going to ask y'all a question. All y'all should be able to answer this quite easily, to be honest with you. Shouldn't be no difficulty in answering this question right here.
The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So who ruling the earth right now? So read that part again.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So we read in Malachi 1 and 4 that the white man is considered the wicked. So now we go here, it says the earth is given in the hand of the wicked, meaning that they control the whole earth. You understand that? That's God allowed them to have that because we broke the contract. Because we were supposed to be running everything. But he says, since y'all don't want to listen to me, I'm going to let the earth go over to the wicked now. And y'all going to have to stay underneath of him. Read, watch what it says. Why he's going to tell you more on this? Read.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
He covered the faces of the judges, meaning we the judges. The Israelites are the judges, so how did he cover our faces? This is right here. He's saying, I'm the Israelite. I'm God's chosen people. That's what he's doing. That's how he covered our identity, and he put his identity out front. You understand? I keep reading.
If not, where and who is he?
The Bible is asking you a question. If it's not him, who is it? Who fit this right here, what we reading right here, if it ain't the white man? Who else fit that? Nobody. So read the next one. What was you getting?
Psalms.
Yeah, Psalms. Let's get that. So now, let me show y'all, because a lot of y'all think, man, if I get out there and vote, I'm going to get out there early on Tuesday. I'm going to get my sticker. I have my I voted sticker. I got my Biden bumper sticker, Biden Harris. I'm going to get out there super early. I'm going to get in line. As soon as they open up the polls, get that joint. Let's see what the Bible says.
The book of Psalms, chapter 17 and verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked.
Deliver my soul from who?
The wicked, which is thy sword.
The wicked is God's sword. You understand that? So God uses the wicked to punish us because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. You understand that? So that's why they oppress us and they do the things they do. That's their job. So like I don't really get mad when I see white people doing their job. So it's like I got my F-150 out there. If I go down 95, 100 miles an hour and I get pulled over by the police and he give me a ticket or he locked me up, how can I be mad at him? He's just doing his job. Right. You understand that? The white man is doing his job. We just don't understand what his job is because we don't know who he is. We don't know who we are. So we don't understand his purpose. So that's why like they tell us we're supposed to vote Democrat. Now, we shouldn't vote at all. I'm not advocating voting. But I'm just saying, let's just go with that. If we look at Baltimore, that's 100% democratically run. We look at Chicago, that's 100% democratically run. Any major city is 100% democratically run. So we vote in the way they say that we're supposed to vote. And if we do that, they're supposed to do what? Look out for us. But when we look at these places, when we look at the fruits, what do we see? How many people want to move to Baltimore? Like right now, if I say I got a house for y'all in Baltimore, who packing up and going to Baltimore? You understand? You understand that?
I'm a Ravens fan, so.
Okay. Okay, yeah. All right, brother.
You can have both.
Hey, look, we'll make sure we get you some bulletproof vests. And we're going to definitely get you some Berkey water filters because they got poisonous water systems. And, you wonder why is our water messed up and all of that. All of that's done on purpose. It's not by accident. Why do we have liquor stores on every corner? And why do they allow drugs? They show you in movies like American Gangster, Denzel Washington. The military flew the drugs into our community. That's in the movie. So why would the government fly drugs into our neighborhood? Because we showing you right now why they do that. Because who's running the government? So, and what does God call them? We're going to find out later. When we read through this, y'all about to find out. Verse 32. Deuteronomy 28:32. You got the video where they sold the woman's children? Let's get that. You just had it up on the screen. Yeah, 12 years a slave. Read that. This is another curse. So we're reading out of the Bible. We're showing y'all examples. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So your children will be given to another people, and you would cry your eyes out when that happened. They say your eyes will be longing, right? Yeah. So you would cry, and read what it say.
And there shall be no might in thine hand. Meaning
you wouldn't have the ability to be able to do nothing about it. So now we're about to see an example. All right, so let's read that again. Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community.